Hello, and welcome to Guided Towards Greatness over at the Energetic Movement Collective. This series is being recorded with the intent to inspire, empower, motivate, and to expand the scope of possibilities and magic that each one of us has inside of us, and to increase our abundance, knowing that we really are choreographing and dancing this life, and that we can do so it becomes the life of our dreams. So thank you so much for being here, and if you haven't done so already, please feel free to hit that subscribe button below, and or to share the information with others that you may need a little bit of support in the area of all things dance. As we all know, dance is so powerful and we love it so much, and it's this thing that we love so much and can also simultaneously bring us such heartache and deplete us and make us not want to do it anymore. But there's something about dance that keeps bringing us back into it. So we're super passionate about holding space and helping others to create this space that is intended for people to thrive, and really this amazing space for the soul to speak. And do we think about that as dance? As teachers, sometimes it's really powerful when I step back and I say that, like, here's a space for the soul to speak. I get it the most when I'm doing improv and the lights are down and you can watch and observe the dancer go through their own process of feeling a little fear in their body, then begin to feel safe, and then they begin to intuitively move and dance and express themselves, again allowing their soul to speak, their soul to take over their body, for their own true essence to be here in this space. That is really powerful. And that, I think, is why teachers do what we do. We love that. We love being a part of that. And sometimes in the dance world, there comes all the other messiness of things. So my intent is to hold space for really amazing beauty to happen, or for us to have conversations about what we can do to continue to uplift the community of dance and dancers. And yeah. So today we're going to talk about really being able to identify your soul of your studio and why this is important for dance teachers and especially dance studio owners. Making sure that you are constantly aligned with the vision and the purpose and your heart's mission in what you're creating, what you're doing, how you're showing up in the world, how you're showing up for your staff, how you're showing up for your students. This is all key for running not a successful studio, because you can run a successful studio and it still feels depleting. I think it's key in running a studio that feels good to you, that it feels empowering, that you're really understanding your version of success and what that means to you. So being able to identify the soul of your studio and allowing everything from that space to expand out, I think that is a really amazing way to look at your space and what you're creating. So what is it that you're creating? What is your soul's space? What is the intent? What is it driven from? What is the ultimate purpose? How do you want your students to feel when they come in? How do you want them to thrive in this space? What are the greater lessons that you're trying to implement and share? Is it a studio space that is more run from fear, or is it being run from love? And if it's the soul of the studio, it's being run from love and pure intent and safety and innovation. I love that word. And creativity, and wanting these little people that are filling your space to feel loved and feel worthy and feel capable and feel free and to feel safe. That's the soul space. And sometimes having an awareness of what the other part of the ego part of the studio is saying or how it's guiding you is also important. But you have to be able to identify both. You have to be able to know, this is the soul of my studio. This is everything that we do everything from. This is why we do it. This is why we compete. This is why we go to nationals. This is why I bring the artists that I bring in. This is why and how I train my staff. This is why I've set up really clear boundaries for myself personally, which we'll get into next, the importance of setting boundaries. Identify the soul of your space. And then everything from there, it's magic. And then when it's not magic too, you have this centering point that pulls you back to a space where you can breathe. Somebody just walked out, caused chaos in your studio. You're a little upset. You kind of want to drink like 3 bottles of wine right now and just go home, and you're constantly questioning why I continue to do this, right? Been there. But nobody ever told me how to get out of this space and get back to center and get back to focus and get back to my own personal life mission and my heart's mission on what is actually being created here and the beauty that surrounds me. So this is why I'm sharing, because the chaotic things that really make you mad are going to happen. But having this, when this happens, what is the soul of what is happening here in my space? What are we doing? What are we creating? How are we doing it? It's bringing you back to a state of love and abundance versus being a state of fear and anger and resentment, and then wanting to chat about it for hours and hours and hours, which then makes you feel more depleted and it causes you more internal suffering. Where if you drop into this feeling of, okay, the soul of my space is, finish the sentence for you. What is it? The soul of my space is. Then you're back in purpose. You're back in business. And you can graciously thank this situation for the lessons that it's brought you, for the experience, and you can learn from it and let it go and get back into this space that is authentically you, the space that is real, the space that is love, the space that is holding space for everybody else to thrive and to be loved and to feel safe and all of those awesome things too that dance provides. And yeah, it just gets you back out of this shift, because it's so easy to hang on to the crappy parts of studio life. But we keep doing it because of these awesome things that studio life gives us. So if we can have this focus where it kind of everything merges into the real purpose and the intent of why you're doing, hopefully then in your career you spend more time in joy and less time in anger. You spend more time in creativity and less time feeling stuck, or more time excited and feeling good about your day and less time feeling tired and depleted, and more time wanting to love and to give, and less time feeling resentful that people aren't accepting and acknowledging the love and the gifts and the giving that you are constantly doing. So I'll wrap it up there. That's a great little touchstone for you to keep you balanced. So what is the soul of your space? What is the soul of your studio? I hope these videos help, sending you loads of love, creativity, joy, and inspiration. And may this week of teaching, or if you're teaching today, be full of just fun and excitement. And may you see the beauty that is that you have created, and may you see the beauty that is constantly surrounding you. Namaste.